Timothy Bradley believes that Terrence Crawford knocks out Errol the Truth Spence in 11 rounds. I'm gonna go ahead and chime on this. This is what he said about Terrence Crawford, and basically, in a nutshell, he's saying that Crawford just has more things going for him. You know, switch hitting, southpaw, fight inside, outside, frontwards, going back. You know, all that, counter punch, all that. You know, and what Timothy Bradley is saying is something that I felt from the get-go. I actually believe the Bud can actually do it in 8 or 9. To be honest with you, and especially after seeing him, fight Ugas or whatever and whatnot. But that doesn't mean that Errol Spence is not a good fighter. Errol Spence is a good fighter. He's very dominant on the inside. On the outside, you know, he's subpar, you know, just to be honest with you. And his defense isn't all that, you know. And the funny thing about something I always say about the Derrick James style, and we're going to see this in the Jermell Charlo-Castaño fight. As far as Jermell Charlo and the Castaño fight, the Derrick James style, just like almost any other style that faces volume punchers, that style is going to have a lot of problem with people who throw a lot of punches at you. You know, these guys are very methodical with what they do. They don't throw punches in sets. And, you know, it's something else that I've always brought up about boxing is what happened to the combination punching in boxing. You know, like the little guys is supposed to be throwing hella combinations. It's understandable for heavyweights and stuff like that. But these little guys are supposed to be throwing combos. That's something that makes a big difference when you're watching these old school fights. That's why it's way more interesting. That's why it's way more engaging. But that style from somebody who can throw frequent punches and combination punches and throw punches from different angles, which Terrence Crawford can do, that's always going to pose a problem for that Derrick James style, period. And we're going to see how much it poses a problem when we watch the Castaño fight, because Castaño versus Charlo, Castaño is a volume puncher, you know. And even though Jermall Charlo pretty much gave that fight away, but that's a different video for a different day. We talking about Crawford and Spence here. And basically what it is, like, Terrence Crawford got so much in his arsenal, and Errol Spence is just straight up and down, no 3D effects. Terrence Crawford got 3D effects, gadgets, and he got gears. You know, most boxers got 3, he got 4. You know, Terrence Crawford is it's a bad dude, and he stops everybody that he gets in the ring with. Can't say that about Errol Spence. While people trying to brag to me, he breaking bones, he breaking bones and ain't knocking nobody out. You know what I'm saying? And barely stopping these guys. You know what I'm saying? He ain't knocked. I mean, Errol Spence told you he ain't knocked nobody out, and he don't know how long. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I'm going to agree with Timothy Bradley. I'm pretty sure that Errol Spence fanatics is going to jump on Timothy Bradley. You know, whenever Bradley don't stay in line, you know, they tend to like to, you know what I'm saying, jump on old Bradley. But what Bradley said is correct to me in my eyes. I don't really see, I definitely don't see Errol Spence stopping Terrence Bud. It could happen. I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but I definitely don't see that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I think Terrence Crawford, if he really wanted to, he can stop him in 8 or 9 rounds. You know? Simple. Errol just ain't got it, man. I'm sorry. Like, how about this for the Errol Spence fanatics? That style is wrong for Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? That style is wrong. And you're not just, as you learn, if you ever study Customato is one of, you know, he's one of my favorite trainers. Him and Emmanuel Stewart, I think, man, if you can get them as a coach, that's a dream team, you know, to have Emmanuel Stewart and Customato deal with the mental, Emmanuel Stewart deal with the physical. That's a hell of a fucking training team right there, man. But what I'm saying is, you're not just dealing with the skill set of Terrence Bud Crawford. Like Customato talked about mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's the person mentality that wins a fight. And to me, Terrence Bud Crawford mentality is superior to Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence might got some dog in him. I mean, he do got some dog in him. But he ain't got no dog in him like Terrence Bud Crawford got some dog in him. He's not half as mean. And that's one thing we all love about Bud. Is Bud is not just a good fighter. We also like Bud because he mean with it, you know? Emmanuel Stewart said that Lennox Lewis would have been a better fighter if he wasn't so nice. If he was mean, he would be a better fighter. Those are the words of Emmanuel Stewart. And Terrence Crawford is just mean. You know what I'm saying? You can do something in that ring to piss him off. He might throw caution to the wind, abandon the game plan. But the point is, whether Terrence Bud Crawford sticks with a game plan or he abandons a game plan, he gets the job done no matter which alley he wants to go down. Period. He can get mad and then Bud can come out, you know what I'm saying, and he can want to duke it out with you. You know what I'm saying? Or Terrence Bud Crawford, you know, the switch hitter could stay into play. But the point is, whether he throw caution to the wind with the game plan or stick to the game plan, he's still deadly when he has a plan and when he doesn't have a plan, when he just being flat out Bud. I just don't think Errol Spence got something for that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen it thus far. And this is why he's been avoided by Errol Spence for so long. But Errol Spence did call him out. We are at this moment now, so there's no reason to really racking on Errol Spence and all the ducking and stuff like that, because that talk is futile at this point. The only thing we got to do is get this fight made. And I will say this, for all you overzealous Errol Spence fans, I'm expecting somebody to hit me up on Twitter or somebody to hit me up in my email, because I'm expecting you guys to want to put a wager on this. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all talk a lot of shit. It's time for y'all to start putting your money where your mouth is. And then I'm going to see how confident you guys be in these so-called fighters. Because that's something that I also found out too. People talk a whole lot of shit, but ask them to throw some bread on it. They barely want to do it or they hesitate. But this is your man. You so confident in what a person can do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting somebody to hit me up with a bet. You know, because all that shit y'all talk, you know what I'm saying? I can throw money behind Bud. Can you throw it behind Errol? And I ain't talking about no punk ass chump change either. You know what I'm saying? Go big or go home. And let's not forget, they supposedly got a mill riding on the fight. Somebody lose or somebody wins, you know, somebody gonna owe somebody $1 million. I take that shit serious. Once you shake on it, that's what it is. And if somebody want to uphold you to that, guess what? You got to go ahead and fork that cash over. So I'm expecting some of you Errol Spence fans to come at me with some bread, because all that shit y'all talking. Because anybody can talk shit at the end of the day, but putting your money where your mouth is, shit, that's what it's about. You know? But most importantly, I would also like to hear what an Errol Spence fanatic thinks Errol could do to Terrence Bud Crawford. Do you think Errol Spence could stop Terrence Bud Crawford? What round? Body shot? Knockout? Orbital bone break? What? These are the things that I never hear from you guys. You guys are so confident in Errol Spence, but I never hear that confidence in the way that you speak. Like, Errol Spence gonna stop Bud. This is the reason why. Y'all don't give reasons. You know, y'all don't explain any logic behind your reasoning, you know, like nothing. Like, you guys don't do nothing. You just talk shit. You know, but, you know, boxing's a talking shit sport. I got it. You know what I'm saying? But Tim Bradley, 11th round, Terrence Bud Crawford, knockout. It sounds about right, but like I said, I think he can do it in 8 or 9. Tell me what you think and leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'm out.